A Palestinian lawyer and two teenagers were killed, the fifth day of Israeli raids in the West Bank following a spate of deadly attacks in the Jewish state. Israel has poured in additional forces and is reinforcing its wall and fence barrier with the occupied territory after 4 deadly attacks have claimed 14 lives in Israel in the past 3 weeks. Deaths bring to 18 the number of Palestinian fatalities in the ongoing escalation. The Palestinian Health Ministry said human rights lawyer Mohammed Hassan Mohammed Asaf, 34, died after being shot in the chest by the Israeli occupation army during the aggression on the city of Nablus, in the northern West Bank. The Israeli army did not confirm its forces had shot the lawyer. The army said in a statement that soldiers shot a Palestinian suspect who had hurled a Molotov cocktail at him, adding that troops used live ammunition in order to stop the immediate threat. A community leader in Hussein said the deceased was 16-year-old Kasai Harmumra. Shortly after, the health ministry announced the death of Amer Elian, who it said was killed by a live bullet in the chest, fired by the Israeli army following an operation in Silwad, with 6 other Palestinians wounded. Local residents said Elian was 18 years old. Israeli forces did not immediately report clashes in the area. The death came after police said their special forces arrested a Palestinian in Kubar and 3 others in Silwad, both villages north of Ramallah, who were planning an attack on Israelis. The Shin Bet Internal Security Agency said the Kubar suspect, identified as Moth Hamad, had escaped Palestinian custody where he was being held for his role in murdering an Israeli in 2015. Violent clashes had erupted earlier in the day in Nablus, where Israeli forces were escorting a work crew that came to repair Joseph's tomb, a site sacred to Jews that was smashed in an act of vandalism last weekend. Israeli troops racing through the city's streets in an armored convoy opened fire as a crowd pelted them with rocks and incendiary devices.